For our group presentation, we focused on the geography and the country of Uganda. Uganda is located on the edge of the equator in South Central Africa that borders the DRC, Kenya, Rwanda, Sudan, and Tanzania. Uganda is mainly plateaus with the small hills and low mountain ranges through the Rwenzori Mountains from the southwestern borders between the DRC.
Uganda is landlocked with lakeshore borders averaging about 1,100 meters, which is 3,609 feet above sea level, resulting in grasslands and tropical forests that dominates their central region with volcano foothills in the east, with the highest peak shown as snowcaps.
Hi, my name is John Setter. I'm here with Andrew Thomas to talk about the demographics and bodies of water within Uganda. So, Andrew Thomas, tell me about Uganda.
Uganda is one of the countries that houses rich ethnic diversity, which includes most of its population speaking about three major languages. Those three main languages are Bantu, Nilotic, and Central Sudanic. Ethnically, there are many tribes that make up the population. The main ethnic group is called the Ganda tribe, which makes up 16.9% of the population, followed by the Nikole tribe and the Soga and Kiga tribes, which make up 9.5%, 8.4%, and 6.9% respectively. The data from this year's demographic census study shows that there are roughly 42.95 million people currently living in Uganda. The population density is 177. This means that there are 177 people per square mile in Uganda. The population growth rate is at 3.33%. This means that there is an increase in population every year because the crude birth rate, CBR, is higher than the crude death rate, CDR. The CBR is 41.16 births per 1,000 people, and the CDR is 8.7 deaths per 1,000 people. The life expectancy rate is around 60 years. The main cause of this is the introduction of AIDS, which kills many people all over the world, not just in Uganda. Uganda has a large assortment of lakes and rivers. About 1/5 of Uganda's total area is open water or swampland. 4 of East Africa's Great Lakes, which include Lake Victoria, Lake Kyoga, Lake Albert, and Lake Edward, lie within Uganda or on its borders. Lake Victoria is the largest lake in Africa and the second largest lake in the world. It is 68,800 square kilometers and 1,100 meters above sea level. Lake Kyoga and the surrounding basin dominate central Uganda. Additional lakes include Lake Kwania, Lake Bugando, Lake George, and Lake Opita.
Thanks, Andrew. Next, we got Eric Stokes with the major landforms in Uganda.
Uganda is located on the edge of the equator. Uganda is landlocked with no access to the sea. Lake Victoria is the second largest freshwater site in the world. It feeds the upper water of the Nile River, which is referred as the Victoria Nile. Lake Kyoga takes over Uganda. Most people use Lake Kyoga because it is in the central of Uganda. Lake Victoria is right beside Uganda, which have the Nile River that flows into Lake Victoria. The Nile River is the longest river in the world. Boom.
Up next, we have DeAndre Swift with agriculture.
Agriculture in Uganda stems from its location along the equator, which provides the necessary tropical climate to produce crops such as coffee, tobacco, tea, plantains, maize, and more. The area surrounding Lake Victoria in Uganda is known for its extremely fertile soil. The primary exports in Uganda are coffee, tobacco, and tea, as well as major cash crops like cocoa beans and sugarcane. Other crops are primarily intended for consumption by the surrounding community, including cassava, beans, millet, potatoes, and peanuts.
Up next, we have Sydney talking about climate.
Uganda's climate is considered tropical, with the average temperature being around 78 degrees. In the mountains, it's much colder, and they're usually covered in snow. Uganda's seasons are the opposite to America's because the hottest months run from December to February, and the coolest months are from May to August. The country receives an average rainfall of 40 to 80 inches in a year, and the heaviest rains are during March to May and October and November.
That's all we have for today. Thanks for watching.